Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name's ClaraZeela and I do videos on luxury handbags and fashion items. So today I'm excited to share with you a new beauty tool that I picked up. It is called the Dr. Arrivo Zeus II beauty tool, and it's also known as the Hermes of beauty tools. So I'm just going to talk a bit about the key benefits of this tool, a couple of the functions, and at the end I'll talk a bit about the pros and cons of using this tool based on my use for using it approximately 2 weeks. So I'm not a beauty expert, so these are just my personal opinions only, but I hope it's helpful for you if you are in the market looking for a beauty tool. So basically it came in this beautiful box, and inside the box it came with the tool, the connecting device, and also this holder, although I really don't use the holder, and it also comes with an authenticity card. So basically the voltage works between 100 to 240 volts, so no matter where you are in the world you should be able to use this tool as long as there is an outlet to plug in the tool. So as you can see, it needs to be plugged in like so, and cannot be used wireless, but basically it turns on when you plug it in. And as you can see here, it has a large head which is apparently 24 karat coated, and the head is quite smooth, and basically it will roll like this. So I do find the head quite good because of its flexibility, so that I will be able to apply it to different areas of my face. So basically there are 4 functions. So there is the EMS, which you can use daily, and then there are 2 buttons that you can use once a week, which are the MFIP UP and also the RF function, and also there is an LED light button. And to know whether it's on or off, you'll see there is a light here on the side, and based on the intensity you can see that the green light will change up based on how much intensity you want to use. And the LED lights that you see on the top cannot be used independently. It has to be used together with one of the 3 functions, but you can adjust the colors. So you can use just blue, just green, just red, or if you like, you can actually use all the colors together so that you get all the different benefits of the different colors. So let's talk about each of the functions, and in the end I'm going to talk a bit about the pros and cons of this machine. So you can already hear that there is a beeping sound. So it beeps every couple of seconds, and then after 10 minutes it will turn off, because each function you really shouldn't use beyond 10 minutes. So let's talk about the first function, which is the RF function here. So what that stands for is radio frequency, for tightening, lifting, and firming. So basically the radio frequency sends heat thermal energy waves to the deep layers of your skin to help rebuild the collagen. So these energy waves do feel a bit warm, and what they're supposed to do is cause some micro injuries that will help the skin to turn over the cells faster so that it heals faster, and in effect producing more collagen, which should help to tighten, firm, and lift your complexion. So generally you can use a massage cream or aloe vera for this portion of it, and you will feel that it is a bit warm against the skin. And generally for any of these functions, they don't recommend that you stay in one spot beyond 3 seconds. And the basic motion, and there are instructions in the booklet, are basically to glide it under the chin, down your neck, and then to do this under the chin and up to here, and then next to the nose, up to here for some of the frown wrinkles, and then basically under the eye and up to here. So it is safe to use close to the eye, but of course you need to be careful. And then you can also use it along the forehead. So you would only use this together with the gel to help the gliding, and the gel basically has to have no alcohol and no oils, otherwise it will ruin the head of the beauty tool. So that is what the RF function does. And then also once a week, you can use this middle tool, which is known as the MFIP/IP function. And what I think they've done is that they've basically combined two functions. So MFIP stands for mid-frequency interval pulse, and UP is basically the up function that helps to absorb the beauty products. So for this portion of the beauty tool, you can apply a moisturizer or a serum as long as it has no alcohol and oil, and it should really help to absorb into the deep layers of the skin and not just on the surface area. And the MFIP function is like a pulsating electrical current, and it's supposed to mimic a beauty technician's fingers or shiatsu pressure points, just to help your facial muscles to move a bit and also to improve the circulation. This should help with producing collagen and strengthening the facial muscles, help you to absorb a lot of your beauty products, and also improve the circulation under the skin. So after using these two functions once a week, the EMS function is one that you can use daily, and EMS basically stands for electric muscle stimulation. It sounds more scary than what it actually is, but basically what it does is that it's able to lift and tone the skin and improve the skin's elasticity, collagen production, and reduce the appearance of wrinkles. So when you are using the EMS function, you actually feel some microcurrents when you're using that. And basically it's kind of like doing exercises with your skin muscles so that it gets firm and toned. So it's kind of like doing gym for your face, except for instead of doing it for your arms and legs and your bodies, it's for your face to help it tone and lift. And basically with the EMS function, instead of gliding it over the face, you put it on the same places for approximately 2 to 3 seconds on the same spots, again under the chin, down the neck, and then eventually under the chin, and then up to here next to the frown lines, up to here and under the eyes, and then the forehead. You just kind of dab it for a few seconds at the spot. Also, it's really important to say that when you're doing any of these movements, all the movements should be going up against gravity and not down, because we want to lift, right? So any of these movements other than the one going down the neck should all be kind of upwards, this way and this way. So basically you just do that for 2 or 3 times on each side of the face, and then you're done. And then basically if you have excess serum on your face, they do tell you to either rub it into your face or just remove it from your face, because if you have excess serum on your face, it can clog up your pores. And again, for this EM function, you can use massage cream, aloe vera, or any other skin serums or lotions, as long as there is no oil and no alcohol. And I guess if it's a bit more runny, it helps it to glide more easy over the face. And also you don't want anything that's too drying. Otherwise, if it becomes too dry, you have to apply more of the cream or serum or lotion onto your face so that it will glide over properly. Something else I forgot to mention is that you can either use the serums that come from the Dr. Arrivo, or you can use your own serums or lotions as long as they have no alcohol and no oils. So to share with you what I have been using, I've been using the L'Amour, the treatment lotion, and I've also been using the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair. So both of these items were recommended by other users of this machine, but you don't need to use either of these because they're definitely inexpensive options, as long as the lotion or massage cream helps to glide the machine over the face. Only other type of lotion you want to use is for the MFIP up lotion if you want certain lotions or serums to be deeply penetrated in the skin, whether it's for moisturization or for nutrition or whatever it is. Just make sure that the product does not have any oil or alcohol, and it should be fine. So as I mentioned, there are a couple of lights on here. It has the blue light, which is good for anti-acne and anti-inflammation. It has a green light, and this is good for skin whitening and brightening. And basically the red light is to help fade wrinkles, anti-aging, stimulate collagen and elastin, and to boost the circulation and repair of the cells. Of course, as I mentioned before, I generally like to use all the light just so that I can benefit from all of the different LED lights. So now that I've gone a bit over the tool itself, I wanted to talk a bit about the pros and the cons of this tool. So after using this tool for approximately 2 weeks, and I haven't used it for an extended period of time yet, I do notice that my skin is visibly tightened, firmer, and it does feel a lot more smooth and brightened. I do like that the head of this is big enough that I can cover quite a bit of surface area. I also like how this part rotates because it's able to form to the contours of my face quite well and quite closely. And generally, I do find that this head is quite comfortable. Just a point to note that this head is not waterproof, so you don't want to stick it under the sink or use water to be wiping this down, but just basically a clean, damp cloth. Another benefit of this machine is that other than using it for your face, you can use it on your arms, on your belly, or even on your thighs, although I primarily use this for my face. And I also like that it is multifunction. So as I mentioned, there are 4 functions on here, so I can be able to cover off several different functions at the same time. And finally, I think one of the key benefits of this tool is that because it is wired, it is quite powerful. And so I do find that this tool is much more powerful than the ones I've used before. So let's talk about the cons of this machine. So I mentioned that the tool is quite powerful, but because it is quite powerful, some people may find it a little painful. So for the functions that do have microcurrents, sometimes people may find that it's too strong and it's too painful for them. But for me, I find it's okay, and I generally don't go past level 2 because even for myself, it is too strong. So another con is that if you prefer to use something wireless, it does have a cord, but then it's also the reason why it's more powerful because it has a cord. But if you prefer something that has no cord, then this might not work for you. But the biggest con I can think of is definitely the price, because as I mentioned, this is not an inexpensive tool. Overall, I find that this beauty tool is really good for tightening and lifting of the skin. I think it's quite good for mature skin. So over the years, and I'm in my mid to late 40s, I have found that the contours of my face have started to sag from gravity. A bit sad, yes. However, it's something I can't avoid. But by using this tool, I found that it was able to lift up and tighten the jawline here. So I do feel that the jawline contours have improved a bit, and I've only used it for 2 weeks. So over time, I would expect that it would improve over time. So if you're someone who has slightly loosened or sagging skin, I think this tool is the best for that type of functioning where you want to increase collagen and do some firming and tightening along your face, whether it's here, the frown lines, the cheeks, the forehead, or even along the eyes down here. And you just have to remember that when you're using this tool, to use an upward movement to lift the face. However, like all beauty tools and exercise or diet, it's just something you need to do either every day or even just weekly. So the first 2 functions I talked about, you need to do those weekly, and it will take you about 20 minutes. And then the EMS function is 10 minutes per day. And generally what I'll do is that before I go to bed, or you can do it in the morning if you have time, do that while I'm watching YouTube. And generally if the clip is about 10 minutes, I'll be done. So one more thing thing I wanted to mention is that there is a really cool function for you to be able to check if your device is real or fake. So there is an NFC tag attached to each piece, and if you put your phone against the NFC tag, it should take you to their website where it will show you the serial number of your machine, and you can compare it to the box to make sure that the serial number of the machine matches the serial number on the box right here. Isn't that really cool? That would be so cool if one day our handbags, you could put your phone against the handbag and it shows you the serial number and you make sure it matches the receipt or whatnot. That would be so cool, wouldn't it be? So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I am by no means a beauty guru or anything like that. I'm just a normal, average, middle-aged woman trying to save the sagging face, alright? So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like this video, please feel free to like and subscribe. And of course, if you do have any questions, please feel free to leave your questions or comments down below. Also, if you are interested in this machine, I will try to find a few links to where you can find this machine. And again, if you want to support my channel, you're also welcome to buy me a coffee, and I will put links down below to where you can buy me a coffee. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you want to, you can also follow me on Instagram. I will put my hashtag somewhere here down below. I really wish you a fabulous week, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye bye now.